me lifted, shifted higher than the ceiling. And ooh, it's the ultimate feeling. You got me lifted, feeling so gifted. Sugar, how you get so fly? Sugar, sugar, how you...
Hey everyone, it's your girl Layla. Welcome back to my channel. So today, as you guys can see from the title, I'm going to be spilling a little bit of tea on myself. From back in high school. I'm going to be talking about this topic. I've always actually wanted to do a video on this topic for a really long time, but it's just been one of those videos that sat on the back burner, and I'm like, do I really want to film that? Do I really want to talk about this? But you know what? If it can help somebody, then of course I want to talk about it. And I find that a lot of my videos that are like this, that I've done in the past, like what it's like growing up, being mixed race and all of that stuff, you guys have seemed to really like those type of videos. So this is going to be one of those. This is going to be like a story time / advice video on my high school experience. Honestly, if I could help just one person, then that would make me really happy. So if you guys are not already subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and click the subscribe button below. I upload every Sunday and Wednesday. So let's go ahead and get started. So I struggled back in high school, to be honest. I struggled with body image, with a lot of stuff. I just felt ugly. I really had not a lot of self-esteem back then, honestly, until I started hanging out with better people that bring me up instead of bring me down. The years after high school, I finally realized that none of that really mattered. It was almost 10 years ago, and the reason why I decided to do this video is because my 10-year high school reunion will be next year. You guys, I'm only 26, okay? Like, I just feel like that's such a big deal, okay? Like, 10 years after high school. I graduated when I was 17, by the way, because my birthday is later on in the year. I don't know, it's crazy to me that I graduated so long ago, and a lot of the YouTubers that I watch these days are like 22. So yeah, I want to get started on sort of a backstory. So I started high school in 2006, end of junior high, so when I was 14, I got into makeup. Not as much as I am today, but for my grade 9 graduation, my junior high graduation, I thought it was such a big deal, and I wanted to look perfect and flawless, and of course I struggled with acne just a little bit. Okay, junior high was like a little bit of acne on my forehead or whatever, but I wanted to look flawless. So what I did is I picked up a drugstore foundation, the Maybelline one that's like 50% water supposedly. So I picked up that one, and then I picked up a blush, and the blush gave me such a bad reaction, and I kept wearing it because I got compliments on it, like, oh, your skin looks so nice with a little bit of color on your cheeks, blah 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 blah, because I was so pale, right? So every time I would wear this blush, I would get compliments, but I was actually allergic to it, and I don't know what ingredient in this blush I'm allergic to, but I've never touched Maybelline blushes since then, and I'm never going to ever. So that in itself started breaking me out. So I was breaking out on my forehead and on my cheek area. And also I want to mention that I did not know how to properly take off my makeup. At the end of the day, I would just use a cleanser. That's it, just a facial cleanser. And I don't even think I used moisturizer back then. I'm pretty sure I didn't. I think it was just cleanser. That was the only part of my skincare routine. So honestly, I didn't know how to take off my makeup, and I didn't know how to take care of my skin. So my skin was just breaking out like crazy. I had acne on every inch of my skin. My mom was like, you can't wear foundation because that's gonna break you out even more. So I would literally go to high school with like acne all over my face, and the only time I would be able to cover it up is when I had a dance performance and everybody, you know, was doing their makeup and stuff, right? So that would literally be the only time that I would ever cover my acne, was when I had a dance recital or a dance performance. So yeah, I just felt really insecure about my skin and being around people. I would hide behind my hair all the time, and that was because I always had super long hair, so I could easily just, you know, kind of like put it in my face and kind of try to hide behind my hair and whatever. I tend to like avoid a lot of people and a lot of like social situations sort of thing, and that's because I just was not comfortable in that. I was just not comfortable with myself at all. I didn't really love myself, And the thing is, I also, not only that, but I was also struggling with my teeth. I had really horrible teeth back then. I like the front, like they look nice now, but my mom paid a lot of money for my teeth, okay? So one of my front teeth was actually like pushed really forward, and the bottom was just like a mess. Like there were teeth behind other teeth, and I just like was so insecure about my smile, about laughing in front of people, about just generally the way I looked, because I was just an ugly, awkward teenager trying to just be accepted. I just wish that I looked like other people in my school, you know, like the popular girls. And a lot of the girls that I went to high school with had boyfriends, and you know, they dated guys back then. And then there was me. I would get constantly, oh my god, this is so sad, I would get constantly rejected from anybody that I liked, just because, you know, guys in that age are very shallow. Guys in this age that I'm in my 20s, are still really shallow. So I just honestly wanted somebody to accept me back then. I had a lot of crushes. I wanted them to give me a chance, basically, to show them that, you know, it's more than just looks, it's personality. I'm a good person, but nobody ever gave me that chance back then. And that was just really hard for me to accept. I always thought that I would be ugly and that nobody would ever love me. That's really how I felt back then. I was 15, so on my first year of high school, in grade 10, I ended up getting braces, and I had them all throughout high school until grade 12. And then I begged my orthodontist, like, to get them off a month before they were supposed to come off, because that was when I was graduating and I didn't want to have braces during graduation or whatever. So I had them all throughout high school. I had braces, I had acne, still really hid behind my hair and my braces. Like I could not smile with them on. Like I would always try to hide my teeth or whatever because I just hated them. But my smile improved like 100%. Honestly, the advice that I have to give you, if you're dealing with this, or if you're like an awkward teenager, you don't feel like you just have issues with yourself, try to be friends with people that are going to accept you. And that's what I struggled with in the beginning of high school, is being around people that were really negative and that would constantly put themselves down. So I had this one friend and I thought she was really pretty. She had like perfect skin. She just got her braces off, so she had perfect teeth, and she had really nice hair. To me, was beautiful, and she never saw it herself, and she would always constantly call herself fat and ugly. I was literally her best friend at the time. So then looking at myself in the mirror, I would be like, you know, if this girl, this really pretty girl, thinks she's fat and ugly, you know, what am I? I'm like hideous, pretty much, you know? So that continued on until probably grade 12. And then my best friend, who's still my best friend today, she came into my life, and she, I don't know, she just was this light that I needed, and this person that accepted me, this person that brought my self-esteem from 0 to 100. And I definitely credit her for that, because my self-esteem today is like above my head, so far above my head that, you know, people question it sometimes. You know, I've had my boyfriend saying like, how are you so confident? Like sometimes it borderlines cockiness, but he knows. I've told him this before about, you know, how I was back in high school, and going from this girl that had 0 self-esteem and thought she was ugly, and getting the glow up, you know, after I got my braces off, I learned how to take care of my skin. My skin eventually cleared up, and I got really into makeup and hair, and then I finally loved myself for myself. I was still single. I was single all the way through college and everything, because honestly, I didn't fully love myself even then, after that whole journey of, you know, struggling with really bad skin, really bad teeth, being at the end of that journey, like getting my braces off and everything, I still kind of thought about how I looked before. And I don't think that you should be able to I don't think that you should let somebody into your life, whether it be dating somebody or anything like that, until you fully love yourself completely, that you're comfortable enough to go out without makeup on, that you're, you know, comfortable enough for somebody to see you at your most vulnerable moments. And I didn't honestly feel like I was at that level even in college until I got out of college. And then after that, I just finally realized, you know what, none of that stuff back in high school mattered. So I am definitely going to my 10-year reunion next year if we have one, if somebody decides to organize it. I'm not going to be the one to organize it. Even though now that I think about it, I'm like, I'm going into a place and seeing people that I haven't talked to in years and seeing people that I never really liked. I just want to let you guys know that whatever you're going through, whether it be, you know, you're struggling with your body image or self-esteem issues, you're still in high school, that everything is going to be okay. It really is. Once you're in your 20s, none of this is going to matter. And you know, most of us ugly ducklings do end up getting the glow up after high school. How ironic. And then there's those people that we went to high school with that treated us bad or bullied us, and now they're just, where are they? Really, what did they accomplish with their life? You know, there's some people that I went to high school with that were super popular back then that are still like living in that, you know, in that high school phase, that still work retail. That, not there's anything wrong with working retail, okay, because I did it for a very long time as well until past my college years, but like, really, where are they now? They were popular back then, but what are they doing with their lives right now, you know? So I just want to let you guys know that everything is going to be okay, I promise. And things do get better. High school was only 3 years. It's not even that long. It's not that serious. I, at that point in my life, thought it was like my whole entire world, you know? Like that's the only world that you really know is high school. And I really wish somebody was able to talk to me, give me advice, and be like, you know what, none of it matters afterwards, you know? You are beautiful. You're going to continue to be beautiful. After high school, you're going to shine brighter than you ever thought you would shine. What? Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hopefully have included some pictures because I recently got my photo bucket login back, and there's like a bunch of pictures from back in the day, and I'm just like, oh my god. So I hope you guys do enjoy this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye everyone.
Baby, you my everything, you all I ever wanted. We could do it real big, bigger than you ever done it. You be up on everything, other hoes ain't never